Hey there, Mr. Johnson. It's Tuesday, March 20th. So I'd love to talk to you about football, but that's a lie. But hey, look, I got a new refrigerator. Not something that I expected to find just sitting out in front of the elevators, but hey, it was up for grabs and I took it. I also got a new haircut, if you couldn't tell, and one of the annoying things about getting a new haircut is that I have to refigure out how I want to do my hair again. Even though it generally ends up looking the same, I just have to learn again how to do that because I got so used to doing it when it was longer. Also, hey, I got a new book, but you can't guess what it is. Of course you can guess what it is. What other book would I buy in Korea? It says Harry Potter. I'm not expecting to be able to read this anytime soon, but it's a good light at the end of the tunnel. Finally, I'm possibly getting a new phone today because I'm paying way too much for a phone that's just not good enough, and so now that I actually have my alien resident card, I can get a phone in my own name, and since I'm planning on staying for 2 years, getting a 2-year contract actually makes sense, which means I can get a good phone that I actually want to have and enjoy using. But all these new things remind me that I tend to get new things in bursts. I'll go for weeks and weeks and weeks with nothing new, and then all of a sudden my whole life changes. And so what I'm wondering is, how many other people does that happen to? I generally consider myself the kind of person who's perfectly okay with what he has, but then when I get these bursts of new things, I wonder if I actually am materialistic and just save up all my materialism for one short few days of my month. Because at the same time, there are so many things in my apartment that I want to get rid of, mainly clothes, but, you know, things that I don't really need, that I don't really use, that I just hold on to for no reason. Which also surprises me because many people, when they walk into my apartment, comment on how barren it is. They never use kind words like minimalistic or simple. They talk about it being barren. Of course, I have one friend who says that my apartment looks like a porn set because it's so empty and I have a bed on the floor and a camera right next to it. They just don't understand my lifestyle. So basically, that's what I'm wondering. Is it strange the way that I behave about my own material goods? In other news, spring has sprung here too. It's been about 9 or 10 degrees outside every day this week, which has just been perfectly lovely. Unfortunately, now that many of my friends are taking weekend trips, it's exactly when I start working on Saturdays, which kind of makes it a little bit sad, but I can generally meet them in the afternoon after I go to work if I want to. I don't know how much traveling I'm actually going to be doing this term because a lot of my friends like to travel and just go drinking. That's what a lot of Westerners do when they come to Korea. They just come and they drink every night, every weekend, and I've been coming here and trying to learn the language and meet friends, and so I kind of feel like staying in Gwangju on the weekends and introducing myself to Korean people because now I have Korean friends who want to introduce me to their Korean friends, so maybe I'll just turn into one of those people that isn't friends with any white people anymore. I don't know. And since today is my day off, I think that's something that I'm going to do. So with that, I will see you tomorrow.